Hey entrepreneur, this is Mark Newsom, Mr. Marketing. Welcome to this special presentation entitled How to Strategically Use the Super Bonus Treatment, ladies and gentlemen, and turn your A-list customers and clients into the proverbial rock stars that they deserve to be so they stick around, spend more money, and help you make more money in the process. All right, ladies and gentlemen, can we be honest here? Who doesn't want to be treated like a proverbial rock star every now and then? Absolutely. This video is going to focus on three simple ways that you can accomplish that. You're going to turn your A-list customers into proverbial rock stars. Now, let's define the one percenters or the A-listers. These are the men and women who have trusted you enough that they invest in your higher end products and services. So no, this is not for everybody. Now, with that said, let's take a look at Rockstar Strategy Treatment number one. Ladies and gentlemen, since this select group has purchased your high-end products or services, and we're only talking about the 1 to 3% that actually do so, let's say your normal refund policy is 30 to 60 days or even 90 days. What do you think is going to happen when you let them take as much as 365 days, that's correct, or a whole year to request a refund? Now hold it. I can already hear the emails and the text messages. We're talking about the 1% that have invested their hard-earned money in your top-end products or services. So we're not talking about everybody. Now stop and think about something. If you have a $25 product or $25,000 service and you give them a year or even 18 months before they can request, up to before they can request a refund, first of all, it's going to take a lot of pressure off of them because you got 18 months to deliver, do you not? But more importantly, you got 18 months to shower them with unadvertised bonuses and other things you can do for them, and your joint venture partners would be happy to do with them to get exposed to some potential new A-listers. And during that time, they can also refer other A-listers. So I hope you see that just by extending or expanding your normal refund policy or warranty, if that would apply, you can create some serious rock star value amongst your 1 to 3% of your A-listers. Now let's take a look at Rockstar Strategy Treatment number two. Now again, since they purchased one of your high-end products or services, be sure you acknowledge their anniversary date of this purchase every year from now on, entrepreneur. Now stop and think about this. Let's say you sell high-end stereo equipment, computer gadgetry, all that kind of stuff everybody's into. Let's suppose they come in and invest $17,000 with you. Now, when you send them that text, or more importantly, give them that call personally as the president or the CEO of the company, if they come in either, you got to give them a window, the day before, the day of, the day after, because if their wedding anniversary happens to coincide with the anniversary that they purchased this big time product, I think you know who's going to come in second place there. So here's the point. One of the really cool things you can do is let them buy any one item they want and let them buy it at your actual cost. And don't put a maximum purchase amount. In other words, the sky's the limit. Now stop and think about this. Let's suppose you got this new set of flat screen 65-inch state-of-the-art televisions that come in that normally would retail for say $4,700, but your actual real cost is just $1,500. Entrepreneur, what do you think is going to happen when they get that $1,500 television that everybody else is going to pay close to $4,700 for? Every time they throw a Super Bowl party or any other situation where people can sit down and watch that, or a big boxing match or something, you think they're going to bring up the fact that they got this at that price? You best believe it. And what do you think some of the people sitting in the room, other potential A-listers, are going to want to know? A, where did you get it? And B, how do they do it? Absolutely. Here's the other thing. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're using any kind of paid advertising, what's going to happen when your advertising stops or the economy takes a downturn, which means you don't have as many customers or clients coming through the door, so therefore you're cutting back on your traditional advertising? Do you think that $1,400 television that retails for $4,700 is going to slow up? You think it's concerned about the economy, or whether or not people have as much money, meaning your competitors? No. It's going to keep working for you overtime. That's absolutely correct. You better believe it. And see, that's why, pardon me, you want to start marketing your products and services and not just advertising. Let your competitors advertise, compete with pay per click and banner ads and all that stuff. I'm not saying that those don't have a place. They absolutely do. But marketing is far superior, and I hope you see that. So let's take a look at Rockstar strategy treatment number 3. And this is really cool. Find out if your customer client or your customers or clients have a favorite author, charity, that's big, we'll come back to that in a second, a hobby, a sports team. Who that is a sports fan is an enthusiastic, pardon me, about their sports team, be it college or professional, absolutely. Or a favorite entertainer. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's say they have a favorite author. Find out if that new author has a new book or a CD or a tape series, whatever. Get it and send it to them. And send it to them, FedEx, overnight delivery. Dress it up, absolutely. Now, there's a very good chance they may already have it, but more importantly, it's the thought that you took the time. And remember now, we're talking about the 1% of your client base. You're not doing this with everybody. Now, here's the other thing. If they're into sports, professional or college, or if they're college alma mater, they got all that memorabilia all over their offices and all over their house, you can best believe they will love to get some really cool memorabilia from you. Absolutely. If they have a favorite charity, do you think that charity would have a problem with you volunteering your time, products, and services, and more importantly, your inner circles, products, and services with that charity? Are you kidding me? That one strategy alone could be huge. Huge, absolutely huge. If they got a favorite entertainer, if they're coming to town, see if you can get tickets. If they have a new CD coming out, get them. Ladies and gentlemen, you do these 3 things, and without a doubt, you are A, going to have more A-lister customers and clients, and B, you're not going to have to put as much money, traditional money, up front to advertise your business, product, or service. And hopefully you can see that. So on that note, for those of you who want to discover how you're going to add an additional 25% more gross profit to your bottom line in the next 90 days or less without having to add any new customers or clients, entrepreneur, grab that free 9-page special report. Head over to youcanmarketonlinenow.com/sales to get it. This is Mark Newsom, Mr. Marketing. We'll see you again next time on the Marketing Minute.